Thank you, Rina, for the presentation. So this is what we prepared of the sharing today. I'm sure you have a lot of questions. So at this time, I would like to invite all the presenters as well as the IBS staff to join me on stage. And then we'll answer any questions that you may have regarding to the program, regarding to our experience at the DD or exchange program, or just anything that you would like to ask us for. So please come on stage. And can you help distribute the microphone? Anybody want to have any questions that you want to ask? Yes.
Hi. Regarding your admission requirements, if we receive our bachelor's degree from an American university, do we still have to provide any sort of proof of language proficiency?
Actually, it's not necessary. If you have a degree from an English top program, the proof of English proficiency is not necessary. But if you do have a very impressed score and you want to provide, that is very welcome.
Yeah, I got my bachelor's in the States as well. So pretty much I just provide the original copy or chopped copy from the States, and they will certify it.
I see. Thank you.
Anything else? Yes.
Hello. Sorry, I forgot the name. The founder of the bar. But I'm sorry. But I want to ask a question because there is a big crisis in the restaurant industry this year. So, how do you go through it to conquer this crisis?
Wow. Okay. Great questions. I think we do have a hard time because for my tapas bar, we just opened like less than a year, and then we faced this kind of problem. So you just have to adjust yourself. You have to do, you have to cooperate with Uber or some Foodpanda things. But that's actually not making money for you, but you just think about it's a marketing. So we do a lot of this kind of stuff, but I think fortunately is that Taiwan did a great job because I think for standard bars or restaurant we can help that. If we have a good financial statement, we can like last for 4 or 5 months. It's okay. But if we keep on going, I think many bars and restaurants will survive. So we do a lot. We have some savings, and we do Uber, we do Foodpanda to like make our colleagues and make our partners have things to do. And like after 4 or 5 months, now this month, I think things are going better right now. So just need some luck too. Just a second. I will send out the bottle cocktails for you guys for that question. Because this one I made it myself yesterday. It's used Jinse Sanmai spirits. They make it from honey, so it tastes a bit honey. And I used ruby black tea, Hongyu Hong Cha, and some berries, and also some vodkas. But it's not very strong though. I think 8 to 10% though.
So thank you for the question and thank you for the sharing. And this type of question are the kind of are usually shared at our alumni sharings or like leadership forums where we invite industry professionals to share experience. So this is also the benefit from the IMBA program where connect the networking, and then we can get people to answer the tough questions that you might have or you might face in your career or in your life. Any other questions that we have on here? Yes.
I have a question.
Turn around. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. I have a question regarding DD program. I'm wondering, is it possible to apply for multiple schools at the same time for students?
Hello, I'm the Dual Degree Program Manager, Jessie. Let me give you a brief introduction of Dual Degree Program. We have nice partner schools. One in the US is Purdue, 5 in France, and 2 in Germany, and 1 in Austria. According to your question, if you can apply for multiple projects, we have 2 application stages. First stage in mid-September to mid-October, that's for Purdue and ESCP. And the second stage is in the mid-January to mid-February. That's open for the other 7 European universities. But basically, yes, because for example, like if you apply for a second stage, you will need to write on your priority of the school you want to go. But one student can only be nominated to one school.
So we just have to write down our priorities for the school.
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you.
So we can add some points. I mentioned that I went to ESCP because the first one opened, and at that time, the first section it's only ESCP. I was too desired to go to dual degree, so I applied and I got accepted. In my mind, I was like, if they don't accept me, I was just apply for the second one. So that's my experience.
Okay, thank you.
I believe there's a question.
Can I ask a question, please?
Yes.
Hi everyone, my name is Nisha. I'm from Thailand. I have a question about scholarship. And can student who get scholarship, Taiwan scholarship, apply dual degree program or?
Okay, if a student receive, actually that is for international student.
Yeah.
If a student receive ICF scholarship, Taiwan scholarship, MOPA scholarship, if they want to apply for exchange or dual degree, they have to first give up the scholarship.
Thank you.
We got over there and over there. Nate.
Hello. I'm from India. Actually, I'm here for my brother. I'm actually a PhD student in the College of Commerce already. And he's in India, so he cannot attend, so I'm here on the behalf of him. So I want to ask 2 questions. Are there any special requirement of the documentation for international students? And can they apply like this year because of the COVID-19 situation? And second one is about scholarship. You mentioned all the scholarship for international students. So we have to apply by ourselves, or do the college will do it for us? Like we have to apply from India, or we can do after getting admission here?
The first question is documentation.
Yes.
Right?
Is there any special requirements for international students?
Actually, it's all the same. Actually, all the documentation are the same for locals and international as well. And the second question is regarding the scholarship for India. Actually, there are 2 full scholarships available. One is the ICDF scholarship. The other is MOE scholarship. And students, they need to apply through the Taiwan government office in your country. They need to apply to that, submit their documents to the office to apply for it. But at the same time, they have to remember to apply to our website. They have to do both.
So after getting admission only we can apply for the scholarship?
Actually, I think the schedule is pretty the same. So the applicant need to catch the deadline. Because the Taiwan government, they will set a deadline. ICDF and MOFA or MOE, they have different schedules. So must check with the government office in your country, in your place.
And last question. Actually, he is a bachelor's in science. So can he apply for this program?
Yes.
Because he don't have any work experience yet.
No experience. That is a problem because we required at least 2 years work experience after graduate. After bachelor study, at least 2 years. And as far as we know, many undergraduate in India is 3 years, right?
Yeah.
So the work experience, we need to add 1 more year. So it will be 3 years.
Okay. Thank you.
So I wanted to add a couple of points about that. I'm an ICDF scholarship student, and the way I applied back in Honduras is first I applied to the university, to the program, and then I applied at the same time to the scholarship through the embassy. And then first I got accepted by the program, and then the embassy, through their ICDF protocols or whatnot, they decided to award the scholarship to the students, certain students that got accepted. So everybody who got accepted didn't get the scholarship, but some people did. So
I believe there was a question over there.
Hello, I would like to know about the exchange program because Russia is available for graduate students. So it means we have to graduate and get this program, or
We have more than 80 schools for graduate program. Because on Cultural Commerce website, you will see we have more than 140 partner schools. But some of them only for undergraduate. So for graduate program, we have more than 80. So 80 schools you can choose from. And the best part is IMBA student will get the first priority. It is a return of the Cultural Commerce because all exchange students, when they come to the Cultural Commerce to study, they will study in IMBA classes. So in return, the Cultural Commerce give IMBA students the first priority.
okay, thank you.
What about a question over there?
Hello, and my question is that I'm preparing for my GRE test, and I'm afraid that I cannot make the submission deadline. So is there any possible that I can submit this later than the submission deadline?
Actually, already the schedule actually was announced, it was decided yesterday. And the application deadline is December 15th. Yeah, if you can contact the office and let the office know your situation. We will have a few day flexibilities because we have to collect and also organize all the application materials. So we will give a student applicant a few days flexibility. So please keep contact with the office.
Thank you very much.
Any other questions that we have? Yes.
It's me again.
Hi.
Yeah, so thank you for presenter that you share your fabulous story and impressed story. So we all want to be proud of you. So, but do you have any tip or hint about the interview? Because we need to pass the interview and then be proud of you. So do you have any suggestion about that, or how is that interview going? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. That's a very good question. So the way that I personally prepared for the interview before was you need to, because we are in a world of business, so you need to stay up to date with the business world. Meaning that you need to at least know, you don't have to have the full detail, but at least have the basic understanding of what's going on. Such as currently, what is going on with the business world right now? We have the supply chain issues that's bottling up, that's pushing the retail sales holiday sales in the U.S. Longer than before. They usually start around mid-November or early November. Now they are kicking it up to October, just because that they're foreseeing a short supply from the supply chain issue, which caused by many reasons. One thing was the logistic, which is still being resolved because the port of LA is still being stocked. These are the type of things that you need to get yourself be aware of, and because these are the type of questions will be asked. And also, You need to know about your own background, your own industry as well, because that's going to be asked. You need to be very, very knowledgeable about your industry as well. So my background was I was in the phone manufacturer industry. So and then I was the marketing background. So I get asked about that a lot. In addition to what's going on in the current world, the one question I remember that I got asked was the shortage of the toilet papers. Like, what is your take on that? That's the type of questions that, it's open-ended, but what we are trying to see out of this is that are you aware of the current situations, as well as do you have the critical thinking ability to ask questions and not just receiving it and don't know what to do with it? Anything else you'd like to add?
So for myself, I'm very different background from business. So when I prepare it, I think one tip you can have is you have to really know what you want out of this program. So they're gonna ask you about it, like, okay, you have this background, why you want to switch it, and what's your purpose, what's your future that you foresee. So these are some tips that you surely have to be prepared for the interview.
So we have got some previous asked questions, actually from the survey that collected from the survey that you guys have filled out, and we received a lot of questions such as, what can I learn? What can I get out of this program? And this question, I really want to emphasize on this question is that this question lies on you. It's upon you. What do you want out of this program? It can be anything, just like what Cisco says. What do you want? Are you looking for additional opportunity outside of your field? That's fine too, but you need to know about your purpose instead of asking why, what can the program provide you? Because it's just kind of like shopping in a grocery. If you know what you want to buy, you go in there, you grab it, you check out. Well, at least that's how guys does. But if you don't know, you're just kind of like shopping, browsing, you may end up walking out of the store with nothing. So coming here, applying it with a strong purpose is going to help you not just to get into the program, but help you to really get something for your professional and professional career, your professional skills, and your networking. Any other questions? We have. There we go. Yeah, think about questions, because otherwise we're going to sit here for like 50 minutes and with nothing to do. It's going to be awkward.
Hello. Basically, it takes 2 years to graduate in IMBA program. I have a question. Is it possible to get degree under 2 years?
Yes, it is. Do we have anybody?
Yes, I think it is really possible to graduate under 2 years, but like Cisco mentioned, like time management really is key. If that is your goal to graduate within 2 years, you should plan it wisely. And because of our schedule and our classes, it is possible. The program is designed to graduate in 2 years, and like me, was a full-time student, and I actually will be finishing my credits in 1.5 years. So you are still able to do that. It might be a lot of work, but if that's what you plan to do and you have aspiration to do so, you can definitely do that. And yeah, IMBA program is really, really supportive in helping you to create your schedule and letting you know what you can do to achieve your goals.
And since we're talking about can we finish out like 1.5 years, there you also have the time to prolong longer than 2 years, but not too long. We don't recommend that. But we do have the flexibility. Personally, I was also aiming to 1.5 years or 2 years, but then life happened, so I ended up spending extra semester finishing up my courses and finishing up my thesis, and graduated earlier this year.
They take it in 2 years, but take your time. For my experience, I take 4 years. I got a daytime job, I own the bar, and I joined the courses, but lots of fun. So if you want to do it, you can do it. And then you take your time no pressures, but just meeting all the peoples, have great experiences. I think that's great.
So just to wrap this up, I know of somebody who finished in 1 year and a half, thesis and everything, defense and everything. This was an international student. But I noticed that this international student, I never saw her around that much. She was not wanting to, do social activities and stuff like that. And I think that's a big, important thing about our program, that we want all of our students to communicate with each other, share ideas with each other. So yes, definitely you can finish shorter and get your title, but you could extend it and make it more fun, more interesting.
Any questions? Yes.
Hello everyone, I'm April. Just like you mentioned, the student with full-time job, the time management is a big challenge. And I just talked to a colleague of mine, and she got accepted to the IMBM maybe 18 years ago, and she got 7 years to finish because he dropped out for twice to have children. So I would like to know if you have a better successful story for the student with a full-time job and at the same time being a mom, because it's a big challenge for me.
Hi, me again. So when I say life hit me was after I got accepted, I realized that my wife was pregnant with our first child. So there goes the exchange and DD program. But I stick around and I studied. And in regards to your question, is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Is it difficult? Yes, it is difficult. And not only, you're not by yourself anymore. Now you will need support from your family, because this is also a dedication. Your dedication to the program. And you need, if you are not single like Cisco, and you have a family, you need the support from your family to help with taking care of kids, essentially spending less time with the family. And then the time is, okay, so this is time management, and this is commitment that you should think about before you what do I get out of it? Can I get support from my family to reach this goal? So these are some of the things that you need to think about. Of course, the program is very kindly to have the system that's designed to give us some sort of flexibility in the extreme example. But then, again, it's like what can you get out of it?
May I provide some official information? Actually, for IMBA student, the maximum of study is 4 years, and the deferral can be 2 years. And if a student raises young child, okay, no matter male or female student, they can get 3 years 育婴假. So in total, but really I always encourage our students, finish as fast as possible. Because if you take it too long, then all your classmates graduate and you feel kind of like left behind or feel alone. I think it's not fun. So in Chinese we say 一鼓作气. So I always encourage students, as the same batch, encourage each other, okay? You check on your classmates' progress and write the thesis together as a team and finish. I think that is the best, is the most comfortable situation, is the best situation. Or maybe you can share some of your experience.
And I just want to say, don't be afraid that you might not have time, because you will be in classes with students that are full-time, part-time. You'll have a group of classmates that you can work with that will be able to support you. Even if you might not be in the same project group together, you'll meet classmates that will still help you out no matter what. So I think this program, the support and the small cohort that we have, it's really nice that no matter what situation you're in, you'll always feel supported. Even if you are, have a full-time job, you have a family, you'll always have support of the other students that might not have a job or might not have a family, and everyone knows each other's struggles and are always there to, help you out when you can.
I wanted to add, so from an international student's perspective, when we come here, we come with all the time we want. right? So we're not working full-time or part-time. If you choose not to, you can manage your time however you want. So I saw around all my international classmates, they were doing work, they were very proactive in the activities, they were studying, they were here on time, they were delivering their homework on time. I was like, whoa, I want to be like them. I want to stay busy, you know. So I got enrolled in Chinese courses. I was a very active member from the Dragon Boat Club, participated in all club activities, had social activities as well. I was member of the student council last year. I was captain of the Dragon Boat team. So I wanted to make myself busy so that I could learn the skill of time management. So it's up to you. If you want the challenge, you can take it. If you don't want the challenge, you can take it easy. And both, it's okay.
Thank you for sharing. Any other questions?
Hey, hello, this is Fox. I have a question regarding to the reference letter. Do you have any specific topic that you want to learn from that? And or do you have a template for for the writer?
For the thesis or?
No, reference letter. Yeah.
Yeah, we do have template of the recommendation letter. Yeah, we do have, but actually depends on your recommender. If your recommender prefer to write on their own, that is also acceptable and is welcome. They can choose either to use our our form, recommendation form, or use their own writing. It's fine. Either one.
Yeah, does that answer your question?
Yeah.
That clear?
Or any specific topics that you want to learn from the reference letter?
If you use our recommendation letter form, yes, we do have a we have our question. But if your recommender write on their own, we didn't put any requirement for the recommendation letters.
That's fine. Thank you.
Anything else from the audience? Or anything else the presenters would like to add in, to share, that you find important? Yes.
Excuse me. I'm just wondering that because I know that in Taiwan it's not only that NCCU offer the international MBA, like we have GMBA in NTU. So I'm just wondering because I believe some of you will also consider not only NCCU, of course. So I was wondering, besides what you have mentioned about the dual degree and the exchange program, is there anything based on a design curriculum or any other thing that you think that is better than NTU, or any of you might have the experience that you have choose NCCU instead of NTU like that? I would like to know if you have any this kind of experience. Thank you.
Just my personal point of view that each courses or each school have their own selling point and they have their own goods and bad. It's just all up to you. So if you ask us why would IMBA better or worse off than GMBA, there's no such answers actually. So it's just really up to what you want and what you see today. Is it going to fit what you desire, what you want to achieve, or if GMBA is more of your type. So it's really no and right answer for this, I suppose. So this is just my personal view. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Johnson, and I'm also a global marketing in Jam Group, the cycling industry. And my question is not directly related to the application nor the interview section, but I'm really touched when I heard the manifesto or slogan from ESCP, which is leading a sustainable future starts by choosing responsible paths. And I'm kind of curious why you choose this as a tagline, as the final thing of the speech. And I'm wondering, is there any sustainable options or sustainable work paths that you start to choose after this dual degree program? Thank you.
Thank you for your question. I like that slogan as well. And you can search it's on the ESCP main page. It actually has more sentence, but I choose that one. And actually, I switched my career. When I attended the IMBA, I was in a non-profit organization. And I am now currently in a sustainable industry. I'm in the offshore wind development. So that's why I said about sustainable, because I'm working in a sustainable industry. And I took the specialization in ESCP. That specialization mentioned a lot about sustainability. And I did learn a lot from Europe. I know they are kind of ahead of us from that perspective, and I'm glad to learn that. And I bring back my experience, my little knowledge for that, and step into this industry.
So one thing I would like to add is that at the IMBA program, consistently throughout, we from various professors, we constantly advocating for sustainability, responsibility, may that be social or ESG, all the hot keywords that you may have heard, but we actually advocated it included in the teaching. We have Professor David Zhang, who is actually on the board member of the B Corp, which is a responsible, the certification organization that certifies responsible companies. And we have Professor Carroll, who's very, very passionate into like social issues and non-profit issues. So it's through, and then we also pitch servant leadership. It's not top down, but the bosses as in service to their the people that they work with. So these are the common things that we keep getting educated in this program, which leads to our belief into sustainability with responsibility. Yes. Okay, one last question.
Hello, my name is Alan, and in relation to the previous question, I see that in your program there's a part about community service. And I'm pretty sure that as MBA students, we have to be more aware of the community and what kind of difference we can bring to the environment and possibly the world. So about this part, how would the program go about administering any, how would it?
Yes, so for the program itself, we have the student club, which is called the Oath Club, and this club is solely dedicated to giving back to the society. And we do receive a lot of support from the office as well as from our whole INBA community. We come together to bring about opportunities for our classmates in order to participate and give back to the society. So sometimes it'll be going to play basketball with children with autism, or other similar activities that not only is it, sometimes it might be business focused, but other times it's really to bring about something positive and change to the world.
Yeah, that person. Well, personally, I also a member of the Rotary Club, and we do a lot of this kind of activity. We provide meals for single elders in one district, during the New Year's, and also we also are going to focus on sustainability as well. Like maybe we will invest in
So in regards to that, you don't have to, for the volunteer hours, you don't have to join the programs that we designed for you. If you are fully working and your company does that, like beach cleaning, you can use that, and I'm sure the office will support certifying that as a part of the volunteer hours that you just have to record. But think about joining the group as a group from the program is also an opportunity to network, to build relationship and bondings with your classmates to strengthen your relationship and networking.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like another core value of the MBA program as well. Thanks very much.
Thank you. So that's the last question. Thank you very much for coming, and we will pass out each. We usually have a gathering and networking session outside, but because of the COVID situation, we will distribute each one of you a lunch box outside. So please pick up a lunch box on your way out, and that will be it for our info session today. Thank you very much for coming.